Okay. Can people hear me okay? No, hi, Phyllis. Okay. Yes, you are. Yes, this is going to be recorded. Okay. Sorry, I seem to have a problem each time I go on here. And I'm just trying to get everything all settled. Okay. Welcome, everyone. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Oh, loud and clear. Okay. Thank you, Shelley. Okay. Welcome, you and friends. I have a smoothie with me. It is really gross looking, but it tastes really good. Okay. How's cameras? Okay. Okay, so for where everybody is, thank you for being here. Just feel your feet on the ground and seat in the chair, unless you're laying down or maybe even walking. I just want to introduce myself for those who don't know me. This is Colleen O'Connor, and I am a Yuen Method certified master. And today we're going to work on the topic of investing in yourself. Today's topic, investing in yourself, really is about investing in your own improvement. And this is the kickoff to an event I'm doing next week, which is Prosperity Fest. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as we get going. But first, we're going to just take a couple of minutes. I'm going to make this very short in terms of the opening meditation because I want to have a lot of time to do a lot of strengthening. I am still trying to get my setup here. Well, I guess this is good. It's good. Yeah. Okay. So from where you are now, take a nice deep breath and just let go of everything it took to get here. And feel the support of the universe above. Nice golden light, pink light, whatever that is that works for you. Feeling it coming down from the universe, from the heavens above. Letting it come into your 8th chakra. Cleansing, clearing, and opening it. This is a chakra where we get downloads from the universe. And feel this energy now come from the universe down into your 7th chakra, your crown chakra. Taking some deep breaths at your own pace. Cleansing, clearing, and opening this chakra. The chakra of harmony. Feeling support of the universe coming into all aspects of your being, into the crown chakra. Cleansing, clearing, and opening it, setting it in the right direction, removing anything that's not you and not yours. On a mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic level. Letting it go. And feeling the strong support from the universe come down into your 3rd eye. Cleansing, clearing, and opening the 3rd eye. Anything that is not you, not yours, or not beneficial is leaving now. And feel the energy now move down into your throat chakra. Cleansing, clearing, and opening your throat chakra, your expression. Removing any suppression, repression, any depression, anything that might be holding you back from your divine expression on a mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic level. And feeling the energy now move down into your heart chakra. Opening, cleansing, and clearing your heart chakra, your heart center, so you're fully connected to yourself on all levels of being, your soul, your higher source, your higher self. And feeling the energy from the universe above connecting into your heart space. And feeling any mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological, psychic energies, any hooks, any cords, any ties, attachments, sentiments, stories, any sadness, any grief, any guilt. Letting it go. And feeling the energy now move down into your power center from the universe all the way down. From the heavens above into your power center, connecting strongly to your power that comes from love, from unconditional acceptance of yourself and others, removing any resistance, rejection, or reverse perception, anything that may be blocking you from your power, any trauma, any illness, any limitations, any fears, any karmas, curses, or spells. Breathing, letting go, letting it filter out. And letting the energy and support of the universe now move down into your second chakra, into your creative center, connecting strongly to the ecstasy of the universe, the creativity, the prosperity of the universe, the prosperity that is all around us, all the answers and insights and knowing coming down all the way from the universe above into all your chakras, especially into the second chakra. And now feel the energy for the universe coming all the way down into your root chakra, cleansing, clearing, and opening this root chakra, removing anything that's not you or not yours or not beneficial. Letting this clear out anything that is in the way of you connecting strongly to the support of the planet. And now feeling these roots growing down from the bottom of your torso, moving these roots all the way into your legs, the tops of your legs, into your knees, into your calves, your shins, all the way into your ankles, rooting yourself strongly all the way down. These roots move down through your heels, the balls of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, all the way down into the core of the earth. Your roots wrap all the way around the core of the planet. So you're strongly anchored to the planet, feeling that support of Mother Earth. Feeling this earth energy now strongly moving up from the earth into the bottoms of your feet, into the heels, up into your ankles, the tops of your feet. These roots now sending this clearing, cleansing earth energy into your lower legs, knees, upper legs. Feel this earth energy cleanse and clear your root chakra so you have 100% infinite potential connection to the earth. And feeling this move up into your second chakra, the earth energy, this grounding, clearing energy, cleansing and clearing your second chakra. Moving this now up into your third chakra. So you're grounded and rooted in your power, in your natural, neutral, unconditional loving power. And feeling this earth energy now move up into your heart so that while you're in your heart center, you are also strongly grounded and connected to the planet. This earth energy clears out anything that needs to be removed out of the heart chakra, anything that may be blocking your ease, your joy, and grace. And feeling this energy now from the earth moving up into your throat chakra so that you are strongly grounded in your expression. Feeling this energy from the earth move up into your sixth chakra so that you are grounded in your perception, in your insight, in your knowing. And feeling this energy now move up into your seventh chakra. The earth energy moves into your crown chakra, cleansing and clearing anything that may be blocking your total, complete, absolute connection to the universe and all its intelligence and support. And feel this earth energy now come into your eighth chakra, cleansing and clearing this. So now you have the energy moving in both directions. The energy from the universe and the heavens above moving down towards the planet, towards the earth, and the earth energy moving up through your body, up towards the universe itself. So you're strongly connected, grounded, and protected in both directions. And then when you're ready, feeling yourself coming back into this time and space and opening your eyes. Okay. Great. Thank you, everyone, for your text messages. I've got a lot of messages at the last minute, so we'll get everybody taken care of today. So again, to recap, my name is Colleen O'Connor, and I am a certified Yuen Method master, and I also am a Yuen Method instructor, so I teach people how to do the Yuen Method as well. Today, our intention is to strengthen all of us to be strong to investing in ourselves and our own improvement. The inspiration for this was coming to me as I was tuning into clients and into the collective and feeling there was a lot of recoiling, a lot of kind of curling up into themselves. And I wanted to clear that so that people would be opening up. There is a lot happening in the world at this time. I feel like I'm saying that pretty much every time I do one of these, but it's true. And I think we're in it for the long haul. There's a lot of intense transformation happening. It's not always comfortable, which is why we continue to do this work. And one thing that Dr. Yuen always taught us was that you always want to be investing in yourself and your own improvement. He used to say very bluntly, so don't be cheap with yourself. Do what you need to do to improve, because that is the most important thing you can do for all levels of your being. And that's the Yuen method, of course, but you could do that with any other aspects of your life. So whether that is something like you need to be strong for having the money to get massage or to get some sort of training or certification in your profession, that's what we want to be looking at today. So thank you, everybody, for your individual requests. I'm going to work on the group as a whole first, and then I'll get to the requests. A few reminders. Thank you for submitting those. And to always remember, each person gets one request. If we have time, I'll take more from a person. Keep it short to one phrase. And as much as possible, keep it on related to the topic we are working with. That's not always possible because sometimes you have something that's just coming up that needs to be addressed that's not exactly related, and that's okay. I'm not going to be super strict about that, but I just want to have everybody keep those guidelines in mind so that we're all on the same page. Okay, so let's look at the group today. Yes, Mary, I got your request as well. Yeah, so I got many requests, so thank you. And also a reminder that typically I don't look at my email about an hour before this live stream because I'm usually doing 50 million other things. So if you can think of the cutoff time as being about an hour before we start. Now, again, I'm not going to be super harsh about that, but those are just some helpful guidelines. Okay, so let's take care of our group here today and look at the group as a whole, making sure that everyone here is strongly connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergizing, fitting in, and working together. Goes a little bit weak. And I'm doing some preparation steps. Just make sure nervous systems need to be strongly integrated. I'll open you all up to being in a group. So working in a group, working individual group, make those even. Making everybody neutral. Positive, not positive, negative, not negative, neutral. Strengthening your mind, emptying your mind, strengthening your spirit, emptying your spirit. We send everybody's mind and spirit out of your nervous systems. And other people's minds and other people's spirits. So there's a lot going on there. So it's going to make you strong to all of that and separate from it and send it all away. Okay. Body, mind, spirit need strong separate and strong together. Okay, there's a weakness to speed. So see all the slowness, crank up the speed. We'll put this to everybody's midline. So if you already know how to do this, you can tense and untense with no effort your midline. If you're not sure, don't worry. I'm doing it for you. Every strong to yourself, to the planet, to the universe. That's already quite strong. It's great. Soul, higher source, higher self, body, mind, spirit all need to be connecting, coordinating, synergized, and working together. Okay. So some weaknesses to self-mastery. The boundaries and dynamics need to be stronger. Internal boundaries, external boundaries, internal dynamics, external dynamics, vertices. Let's download fitness, physical intelligence, and less aging to the boundaries and dynamics. And strengthen everybody's internal computer, CNS computer, integrated computer, cellular computer. So more with computers, get the mind out. Computers to the midline. Internal action, internal boundaries, internal dynamics, internal chi, internal fitness. Okay. And this group needs to be stronger for forgiveness, restarting, boundaries again. Let's take that about. Let's make sure it's 100% infinite potential. And let's sync up our group. Okay, the relationship needs to be stronger within the group. Okay, relating to your own questions, relating to other people's questions. Openness to other people's questions. And expect everybody answers. Well, let's delete actually questions and problems and questions. Make them even and then delete them. Strengthen the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Let's see, any karma in the group. That actually feels strong. This group is nicely synced up. Okay. Okay, what does this group need in general? So to invest in yourselves, what weaknesses are there? A lot of outside influences. A lot of psychic. So all the psychic. Let's strengthen everybody to anything that's in your psychic field, and then delete everything out of the psychic field. Total energetic cleanse, downloading that. And the astral, aura, etheric, and the mind. And you to others. So making sure you're not sending anything to other people. Okay, physical intelligence needs some more strengthening. So let's work on that. Okay, we want to keep sending the mind off, connecting to your body. Okay, your cellular computer goes weak again. A lot of psychic influences. So delete all psychic influences out of the cellular computer. And it's drawn to this physical dimension. So bring it all back into your body. And then brains to atoms and atoms to brain. And empty spaces, brain to empty spaces. So let's clean out those empty spaces. The black holes, empty spaces. And what else? Okay, the sacral brain in this group. Tense it, untense it, no effort. And physical telepathy. And molecules. A little bit of inflammation for everyone here. Digestion. The small intestine, ileocecal, large intestine, colon, rectum, anus areas. So all that connecting, communicate, coordinate, synergize, fitting in, working together. Flexibility, agility, speed. Anything you can't stomach, can't process, can't digest. Let's move that. Okay. Okay, how are people feeling? Feeling some general centeredness, calmness. Okay. Let's look at our group here. Okay, let's look at the outside influences. Make them all even. Make them one, contained. Make them finite. And delete them. On the mind. So a lot of psychological. So even out all the psychological. And delete all the psychological habits, patterns, programs. From other lives. Some famine weaknesses. Some limitations from others. The education. And yourself. Spouses. Descendants. Okay. And others thinking of you. Okay, so everyone here, let's look at money and finance and see what if that's the first weakness. No, fitness. Fitness is the first weakness for this group. Okay, so we got to crank up everybody's physical fitness so that they can be connecting to the insights, to the physical intelligence of the universe, of yourself, of the planet, and the universe, so that you can know what you need to do, actions to take, answers, actions, and get results for all areas of your life, including your prosperity. Okay, so why is the fitness weak? As external, it's in the mind, it's non-physical, spiritual. So even though physical fitness is a physical thing, the weaknesses are non-physical, and we want to strengthen those. So a lot of psychic. So let's clear all the psychic. Some karma's in there. So there's a lot of stuff from other lives impeding people here, but their ability to invest in themselves. Let's delete that. Can't forget unconditional. Okay, and yourself. Okay, let's delete that. Deleting all the sources or reasons, the causes out of the past, out of the future. So let's strengthen everybody's future. So everybody, what's weakening the future is other lifetimes weakening this lifetime's future. So let's strengthen the relationship between the past lives and this life and delete all those weaknesses, not emotional and psychic, all those hooks, cut those cords, ties, attachments, sentiment, stories, almost energy leaks. Let's delete those. Down to 0 minus infinity. Beyond 0 minus infinity. Forgive, forget, unconditional. A lot of patterns and programs. And strong to knowing. A lot of mother issues come up in the collective. Religion. I get even Mother Mary. Okay, let's delete that. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Delete the hooks, cut the cords, ties, attachments, sentiment, stories. Okay, some slavery stuff. So we got to clear that. In the mind. Something about like being slave to the world. Okay, let's delete whatever that is. What area of life? Relationships. Okay, let's delete that. Down to 0 minus infinity. Okay, let's make sure you all are feeling this. Strong to getting better. Getting better, not getting better, getting worse, not getting worse, not getting worse. Neutral. Okay, strong to not having any problems. A lot of misinformation. So let's do all the misinformation about what is going to resolve any financial issues. A lot of stuff from ancestors, cultural. Strengthen you to feeling. Strengthen us. Delete the mind. So, and delete the reactions. Okay, there's some lying and denial and shutdown for this group here. So delete all those. Those are called false tools. We're going to make those even. And then delete them out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind. Forgive, forget, unconditional. The sources, the reasons, the causes, out of the past, out of the future. So where's that coming from? It's from the collective. And religion. So we want no denial, no shutdown. We want to be open. We want to be clear. We want to be true with ourselves, honest with others, so that we can be strong to our truth. If we're strong to our truth, we can have clarity. If we have clarity, then we can be calm. If we have calmness, we can have clarity. And if we have clarity, we can have certainty. So clarity, calm, certainty. Those are nice triad there. So all this strengthening to your midline of your body, tensing it, untensing it, no effort. Tense, untense. And let's open your exit portals. The bladder, colon, sacrum. Strengthened, evened, and open. Okay, how are you feeling? Okay. I am going to look at some of our requests here. Actually, first I'm going to make all the requests even. There's some unevenness. Okay, good. Thank you. And everyone to receive, to feel, to perceive strong, to receive strengthening with other people's questions. That feels good. Okay, we're going to just get to it. Okay, so I've got one here for Sebastiana. Oh, wait, Mary says tense and disconnected. Okay, non-physical, emotional, psychological, it's external. It's not in the group, it's inside, outside. Okay, that's a collective that you're feeling. And religious stuff. Limitations. Let's crank up the physical intelligence again. Your physical intelligence to you, physical intelligence to nervous system to physical intelligence taking charge of the mind taking direction of physical intelligence. Okay, let's strengthen that. Okay, how's that feel, Mary? Okay, I'm gonna work on Sebastiana here. Yawning, good. Okay, this is a great one here that I know applies to everybody. Fear and insecure feelings as if I am a child during business work. Okay, let's look at that. Feelings. So the first weakness comes up with feelings. So let's strengthen what that is. First thing that comes up to mind is misinformation. Misinformation, misinterpretation. It's a mistaken identity. Sensations, emotions, and reactions. So let's make all the emotions even. One can contain, and we can delete them out of your body, out of your spirit, the mind. This or other, this lifetime. It's from the past. So I check immediate, intermediate, distant. It's a far distant past. So childhood. So it's interesting you say you feel your feelings as if you're a child. They come from your childhood, which is fantastic how you chose the word child. So let's delete all those emotions, all those experiences, thoughts and thinking, emotions, out of the past, out of the future. So clean up the future, the distant, far distant. Past does not go to the future. Future does not go to the past. Lighten up, brighten up, loosen up the future. Physical intelligence to the strengthening, to the improvement, to the future. Let's have some fitness in there. Agility and speed. Let's strengthen everybody's speed here. If you want to have prosperity and abundance and financial flow, you have to have a strong physical intelligence, which you hear me talk about that a lot. That's a Yuen Method term. It's Yuen Method. It's really like the main principle behind the whole thing. Your mind, mental thinking is not going to solve your issues. Your brain, your spinal cord, that is your computer, that will solve issues in your life. So that's why you send the mind off and connect into that physical intelligence and you get the answers. So continue to strengthen everybody for that, especially for Sebastiana's question here. Okay, anything else with that? The memories, some imprinting, residuals, remnants, remains, attachments, sentiments, stories, her attaching to it, anything that's attaching to her, that attached to her during these experiences. Okay, so those negative energies and things that attach to her, make them even, make them one, contain, make her strong to it, separate from her, send it all away. Other dimensions, universes, etc. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget. So forgiveness, a lot of forgiveness. Okay, it's psychological, some patterns, some programs. So we just de-pattern, repattern. So I'm clearing these things, but I'm activating these programs in her. So this keeps going. beyond me working specifically on her. And that's a relationship area, so strengthen relationships. I'm going to strengthen actually all areas of life evenly in the life octagon. Health, fitness, money, etc. Limitations. Let's clear all those limitations. I'm getting 600 years in limitations for you, but this whole group, actually 6,000 for the group. Okay, we'll line those up. I'm going to delete those. Down to zero, my infinity. Forgive, forget, unconditional. This is from others. And yourself. And your spouse. Not this spouse, this time, other spouses. So let's even out all the spouses. Apply this to everybody here. Ooh, how are you feeling it? The sources, the reasons, the causes, all the causes, all the future, subconscious, unconscious, patterns, some more patterns, deleting those, mother issues, and mother's money issues, M words, money, 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 and mother. Okay, we're gonna delete those. How many issues? It's beyond infinite issues. A lot. I'm getting this is really applicable to everybody here. So make those all even. Make them one, contained, down to earth, finite, big to little, heavy to light, serious to silly, difficult to easy, complicated to simple, and send them away. Okay, they're resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Okay, how are we feeling? All right, I'm going to move on to Shelley had a question. Feel like my time has passed, missed the boat, now part of an economy where I neither really fit, belong, nor have an aptitude. So investing myself can be hard. Okay, let's do that on a general level here. How many things, influences there? It's beyond infinite. So make it all even, make it one, contain. Oh, thank you, Maritza. Okay, so all the things she's bringing up, deleting them. Everyone here separate from them, separate from you, send them away. Crank up the speed. It's from external. It's a lot of blah, blah, blah from the collective and all the, the doubters, the haters, whatever. It's in the mind, non-physical, it's non-conscious, it's psychological. It's sort of like the Chicken Little response of the collective. So all the Chicken Littleness. I just made that one up. We're going to make that all even, one contain, and then delete Chicken Little, all the Chicken Little stuff. It's like this in all lifetimes. It's a whole, it's like humans predicting the collapse of the world since it began. And we want to remember, and this I want to attribute to my colleague Juan in Barcelona, Spain, who's a Yuen Method master as well. And in one of his groups, he said, the world is crazy right now. We want to be strong to the world, delete the craziness, but be strong to the craziness, strong to the stupidity that's going on. But also remember, the world is not the planet, and the planet is not the world. The planet, we want to be strong to connect. We want to strengthen the planet, strong to connect to the planet, and the planet to us. The planet has immense physical intelligence. Just connect with the animals and what they do. Okay, Shelley, let me know how that's feeling. I'm going to strengthen the group in general right now, opening up your physical intelligence to the prosperity to physical intelligence, air, money, water, all around. New options, resources, connections, having what you want, need, and desire, investing in yourself. There is some weakness there. So let's strengthen that. And it's external, it's in the mind. Having money, not having money, spending it, not spending goes weak. Investing, not investing. Let's separate investing in yourself with investing in the stock market, real estate, investments that have gone belly up for you and others. Okay, just delete all of that. Strength you to have always what you want, need, and desire. Okay, your dog is anxious. It's external. You to your dog to you. It's in your house, other people. Let's see. Other people. Collective. Family. By birth or by marriage? By marriage. I don't know if you're married, but just delete all that. Strengthen the dog's nervous system. Resetting, reprogram, restarting. Applies to everybody else's dogs, whoever has a dog. Okay. Okay, Mary has one here. Blockages to make a lot of money and keep it. Okay, this is a great one for everybody, right? My blockages to make, okay, let's say making money, not making money, having it, not having it. So let's shift the pattern, programming, the perception, the perspective, the outlook. We're not making money. Let's shift to connecting with money. Okay. So everybody here is downloading. What's coming up is a download about 900 billion Yuen Method programs to all your brains. You're downloading, installing, activating that to your nervous system, opening everything up. You all connecting with money connecting with you. Best timing, best outcome. And then let's clear anxiousness, dread, worry, fear of knowing when and knowing and not knowing who, what, where, when, and how. So that's it's strong to bring energy into your body again, to feel, to know. Okay, my blockage is to make a lot of money and keep it. Okay, the keeping. Okay, so money, finance, money, finance, prosperity. That feels strong. Okay, keeping it was weak. Okay, what comes up is being kept captive, kept woman, kept like keeping house, all the negative aspects of kept, can't speak, kept and keep. So let's strengthen everything around that and delete all those weaknesses. So your etheric body, even, and the spirit, the meninges and nerves, brains, cord, meninge, nerve structure, system, the cells, clearing out the cells, DNA, RNA, subcellular. There's some triggers there. And karma, direct, indirect, partial, indirect. Okay, the present moment. Stuff from other people, a lot of collective. That's happening now. Okay, strengthen this group to be strongly separate, strongly independent, strongly neutral, strongly or don't care, not bothered, not affected. Part of my friendship, but don't give a bleep about what's going on. It doesn't mean you're a psychopath. You're not investing, you're not thrown off base, you're not getting sucked in, dragged in, pulled down. So raise up everyone's frequency, vibration, energy, and your structure, systems, and the organs, the tissue, the cells, the quantum particle, empty spaces, chromosome, DNA, RNA, subcellular. Okay, let me know how that's feeling. I feel there's a few more things on that. Everyone to allow, acknowledge, accept. So, and it's strengthen everyone to be better than others. Now, that doesn't mean you like, I'm better than you. It just means that it's okay. So, no guilt, no grief, no hangups, no doubt, worry, fear of retribution, persecution for feeling better, for feeling good and doing well and having money and all that when other people don't. So, we don't want to get stuck in that. So, just deleting everything around that. That comes in external. That's the collective, cultural, delete everything around that down to zero, minus infinity. So let's shift to relationships. A lot of times we have relationships that are based on what's wrong, right? Or complaining or bitching and moaning what's going on. We want to delete all of that. We want to shift all relationships. So you're connecting with people can lift you up, lift each other up, keep each other's vibration high, and it's beneficial. It's not based on weakness, based on strength. So let's clear anything that's not that. Okay, Mary, let me know how you're doing with that. I'm going to move on. Okay, Paula, I don't know if you're here, Paula. Might be Paula because she's in Colombia. Okay, she would like to increase her income to be 4 times greater so she can invest in herself without concern about conversion from Colombian pesos. Okay, got it. So, how many things going on there? And I know this applies as the conversion of currency. That applies to many countries, right? So let's even out all those countries where that's an issue, make them even. All the countries even, currency even. Oh no! Okay, thank you, Mary. Oh, and Marisa, let me know how your dog's doing. Colombian pesos. So, Colombian pesos. So strengthen that currency. You to the currency to you. So infinite things in this question. So again, applying this to everybody here. Weaknesses, even one contained down to earth and finite. And delete them out of the mind. That's other lifetimes. Into the present. It's psychological. It's a pattern, a program. Fears and phobias from ancestors, a collective. And religion. Neighbors. Okay, and all these influences make them even, one, contained, strong to them, separate from you, and just delete them down to zero, minus infinity. The sources, the reasons, the causes, out of the past, out of the future. And delete the karma. Partial and direct, the collective, cultural, even yourself, this lifetime, present, down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, and even though Paula's question seems to be income related, it's actually relationships. We have to have strong relationships with others because our connection with others is usually what will drive our income, because we want to have connections. For example, if you have a business, you want to have a strong connection to your customers, your clients, and in both directions and in general, because we want to nowadays, to be successful in anything, you want to have a good network of people. So we'll strengthen everyone's network, your connections, connecting with yourself, connecting with others goes weak. With ease, with joy, with grace, all the sources, all the reasons, all the causes, out of the past, out of the future, clear the future. A psychic and psychological. Some obsessive compulsive there. A little bit of COVID stuff from the ancestors and family. parents, their limitations, and karmas. So karma is creating limits. Limits are creating karma. Out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind. Okay. Okay, Paul, I don't know if you're here. Just delete down to zero, minus infinity. Resetting everybody here. Your brains, your core, energies, nerves, fluid. Tensing, untensing, no effort. Tensing, untensing, no effort. Your midline. Okay, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Okay. Okay, Grace. No, Grace, if you're there. Oh, yes, I see you're signed in. Right, great. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Let me know you're feeling very good. Situation. Okay, so for her question, I think I'm a healer and I invest all I can in myself. That's awesome. I don't feel even 0.1% income from my service. Okay, to compare what we've invested in constantly studying. Okay, so many things come up around that. Let's make all the issues even. Let's giving and receiving, receiving and giving, studying. So we want to get you out of student mode into, the word comes up, professional mode, into doing mode. Let's clear healing. This is just a Yuen Method thing. This is, take this for what it's worth, but Dr. Yuen always veered us away from the term healer or healing because that's an old term from like hundreds of years ago. This is technology, and technology is consistent. And that's why we want to think of ourselves as being a computer, and get away from healing. Also, healers historically have that issue of being the broke, like a broke artist, but that's the right word, is it? Well, the person's not getting paid. So you want to be paid. So disconnect from being a healer and connect to improving others. So when you improve people, you have an exchange. So strengthen for the exchange. This is for everybody here. Let's do all that stuff around being a healer and all the things that healers have about getting paid, not getting paid. That's not even yours. It's external. It's the mind, non-physical, emotional, and psychic. Is it from your techniques that you're learning, teachers, or the fellow students? That's like the other practitioners, students. So let's clear all of that. Yeah, starving artist. Thank you. Yes, delete out starving artist, starving healer. That is not the intention. I used to go to this healer down when I lived in San Diego a long, long time ago. He was such a wonderful man. The energy coming out of that guy's hands was amazing. And he went through a whole like midlife crisis because he had sort of shoved away his healing gift, and then his life fell apart and he had to use it. But then he was doing everything for free. He was like out on the street. And then he finally had the insight from the universe, like, you're not meant to be out on the street. If you're a healer, you still have to pay your bills. You still have to eat. You have to have the electricity and the water on, pay your rent. So you just delete all that misinformation, misinterpretation, slowness, that misguidance, wrong answer, and that lying, denying, numbing, shutting down, suppressing, forgetting from experts, ancestors, the collective, and cultural, and everything else across all time and space. Pull it all together. Make it all even, make it finite, make it one contained. Strong to it, separate from you, and delete it down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, so to make money, how does that seem now? Grace, do you feel some shift? Good. Okay, great. I think everybody can use it. I know a lot of people here are, we'll say, in the healing field, do things that create a healing effect. And we want everybody to feel like, you should be paid You should be making as much as a lawyer, right? And you do things that when you are improving people and supporting people, you want to be receiving abundantly and prosperously. There's no reason not to. And Dr. Yuen always used to say, you want to go beyond yourself. And when you do things that could, especially when you provide services that improve people, and you're doing that consistently, you always have money coming in. You may not always know who, what, where, why, and when, and how much, but there's always be that flow, right? Especially with this method, when you work on others, you improve, your own energy gets better, and then you are improving other people's lives, and then that opens them and all the people that are connected to them up so that they can all physically feel better, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, but then they're now open to prosperity because they're in alignment and they're all aspects of their life are more evened out. Okay, and let's see here. I know Raj, she is, I don't know if she sent me here an update. Nope. Okay, so her request was not directly related to our topic, but dealing with chronic fatigue. So let's look at that. Chronic fatigue. The chronic is a weakness. And by the way, chronic fatigue is not really an accurate, it doesn't really mean anything. Excuse me. This is, with the Yuen method, we look at what's actually going on. When a doctor or somebody gives that diagnosis, it's because they don't know what's happening and they're not able to resolve it. So they just give it these names. If you didn't get that diagnosis and you just use this method to actually clear out the things that are causing it, you'd actually get better faster. As soon as somebody gives a diagnosis, then it lumps in every person who's had that diagnosis into their experience. So let's do the chronic. Anything chronic. What's chronic? Chronic weaknesses. Chronic, there's no weakness of fatigue. It's the chronic, and that's external. And it's actually all the misinformation, misinterpretation, the slowness, the misguidance, the wrong answer of using that term, and the thinking, the emotions and feelings, a lot of emotions, deleting that, and a lot of reactions, sensations, emotions, reactions, thinking, and actions. Make that a pentagon that's nice and strong, and delete everything, all the weaknesses down to zero, minus infinity. There's with that question, there's lying, denial, there's numbing. It's numbing. So when there's false tools like lying and denying and numbing, then that is going to shut you down. It's going to shut down the nervous system, which is going to make you feel tired. So let's delete that. That's the collective. And it's cultural. Is that this or other lifetimes? And what's that about? That's about relationships. So let's clear the relationship weaknesses. The body, the spirit, the mind, the brain, the cord, meninges and nerves, the fluid, the cells, empty spaces, DNA, RNA, subcellular. It's because there's some trauma and limitations. So limits creating trauma or trauma creating limits. Limits are creating trauma, trauma creating limits. Okay, down to zero, minus infinity. Resetting everybody. Everyone to receive, to feel, to perceive, allow, acknowledge, accept. All this to your midline. Tensing it, untensing it, no effort. Tense, untense, no effort. Tense, untense, no effort. Checking in on physical intelligence. Physical intelligence, midline to all the physical intelligence around you. Planet, universe, surroundings. Are you to your something with your goals? So physical intelligence to your quote unquote goals. You don't have to have goals, more intentions, because things change. In the middle of a goal, you can get a totally new direction. So that will change. Unless, of course, you're playing soccer. Then you want to hit the goal. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Okay, and we had another one here. Phyllis. Okay, expansion. Okay, that's kind of long. So I'd like to ask for expansion, availability as a whole in life, direction, business, finance, joy, laughter, relationships. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. So let's see, Phyllis, if anything particular comes to mind right now. Expansion, availability in all life directions. Let's just look at what area of life. Fitness. Okay, fitness. That's good. We always need more fitness. Physical fitness fitting in. Physical fitness. So let's strengthen this group. Physical fitness. We crank up that physical fitness and you get that. That means you're firing on all cylinders internally. And she said, let's do it. All right. Woohoo. Okay. Fitness. So what area of the body for Phyllis in this group? The structure, systems, organ, tissue, cells, the atoms. So atomic level and quantum particles. So the deeper layers, smaller but deeper. So let's strengthen those levels. In general, the fitness to the levels to the nervous system. Okay. Structural fitness. So strengthen. We have to have a strong structure to have good fitness. So let's strengthen everybody's structural fitness. 100% infinite potential. Bones, cartilage, tendons, the ligaments go weak. Muscles, cranial cavity, body cavities can work on. Cranial, oral, sinus goes weak. Nasal, the chest, the mid abdomen. Yeah, all connecting, communicate, not coordinating, synergize, fitting in, working together, evenness, integration, and integrating. Okay, then tense them, untense them, no effort. So excess tension, there's excess tension. So tensing, untensing, no effort. We don't have tension, but we don't want to be stuck in tension any more than we want to be too overly relaxed. So you always want to have that balance. Okay. And tensing and untensing fitness goes a little bit weak. So let's strengthen Phyllis and this whole group. Tensing, 100% infinite potential, down to 0, minus infinity, untensing. Okay, so tensing doesn't mean we want to be, holding all this tension, but we just want to have that rhythm. It's more like tense, relax, because that's that pulse. So let's put everybody back in sync, back in order, back in rhythm. And I'm using Phyllis as our she asks a question, so she gets the main. She's our model for this. Okay, coordination. Let's check that for all areas. Structure, systems, organ, tissue, cells, the molecules, the atoms. So it's coordinating the atoms, quantum particles, the empty spaces. Let's make sure the nervous system itself, the brain, cranial, spinal, tail, sacrum, coccyx. So coccyx, brain, coordination. Tensing it, untensing it, no effort. Hollow structures, so they don't expand. The hollow structure, strength, endurance, more flexibility in the hollow structures of the body. Hollow structure, system, or in the tissues there. Tissue, cells, the quantum particles, empty spaces, genes, DNA, RNA, subcellular. That feels much better. Okay, lymphatic. Let's strengthen everybody's lymph. Let's strengthen the lymph, the nodes, vessels, fluids, ducts, the center, lymph center. More flexibility, agility, and speed. Speed up the lymph processing. Everything integrating within itself. Some inflammation in the lymph. Bring that down to 0, minus infinity. Let's connect nervous system to the lymph back to nervous system. That has to be stronger. More flexibility, agility, and coordination between the two. We're going to do the sources, reasons, causes out of the past, out of the future, and the effects. Separation energy. So separation of the substances that you don't need, break them down, strong to it, separate from it, separate from you, send it all away. Okay, how are we feeling? Okay, and the cell mitochondria needs to be more of that. Cell mitochondria to the abdomen to the brains. Oh, great. Thank you, Mary. Isn't that interesting? So you feel more relaxed and more released because we added more tensing and untensing, right? So we always think, oh, we got to get relaxed. And not that you want to be like a stressed out caffeine adrenaline junkie. That's not what I'm talking about, but you want to have that rhythm. You want to be in sync in your rhythm. Syncing over for cooking, you're eating slowly, you're streamlined in the body. And the reason for that tensing and tensing, that's the rhythm of nature. That's our natural neutral homeostasis. But we confuse ourselves with our mind and our thinking and blah, blah, blah. So just send that mind off and get back to that rhythm. Animals have that. That's why they can, on a millisecond, a squirrel can go from the ground up to like all the way up to the top of a tree, across multiple trees in seconds, because they're not thinking and they have that constant tense on tense. So they're in sync, they're in rhythm. Yeah, I'm not talking about the band in sync. I'm just saying you in sync, right? Your energy being in sync, your body being in sync, you being in sync with the planet, with the universe. Okay, we got to strengthen the streamlining of the body, speed up physical intelligence, strengthen the physical intelligence, strengthen the mind, empty the mind, send the mind out. Body, mind, spirit, strong, separate together. Let's strengthen everybody here. Let's get back to final resolution. Open the exit portals, under chin, under arm, hands and fingers, feet and toes, colon, genital, bladder, sacrum. Okay, and I think I had Cassie. Okay. Cassie, you here? Okay. Request energy needed to really invest the time and effort into myself. Yeah. Okay. To put you first. Very good. In your own business rather than career and emotional needs. Okay. Yes, that's a great one. Especially, I feel that's really applicable to this group. So first of all, this everything we've done so far of the group. For the group, this the sources, delete the reasons, delete the causes. Some causes still. Out of the past, out of the future. Future out of the past, strengthen the future. Reset, reprogram, restart. Balance, center, stable, internal boundaries to external boundaries need to be stronger. Okay, so this is a great question. So this group here and Cassie, the energy needed to really invest the time and effort in the effort. So let's strengthen the effort. All right, great. Thank you, Cassie. Okay, this is the effort. So let's delete all that effort. So where does that come from? That's actually, this comes from you. And that's not just you. You're not the only one, actually. I get like 60% of the people in this group have that. Okay, so let's delete the effort. Everything that's efforting to the mind, non-physical, spiritual, trauma. So the weakness is trauma and karma. Trauma, karma creating trauma, direct, indirect, partial, and direct from other lives, other people, ancestors, cultural. Their health issues, relationship issues, all their relationship weaknesses. Yeah, let's delete those. Make them even. One, contain some abuse, betrayal, rejection, punishment, and loss, etc., etc. And it had to do with money. Yeah, that's interesting. It had to do with prosperity. So, see, perfect. I love that when it all comes, when we dig down, it's like, oh my gosh, it totally connects with what we're doing. So let's delete all that karma, even some curses, spells. My husband's you and everybody here, even for myself. Whew, let's delete all that ancestor stuff. Down to zero minus infinity. Beyond zero minus infinity. 100% of the time, infinite time. Out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind, even out of the aura, etheric, out of the nerves, out of the cells, quantum, all the way down the quantum field, and the DNA, RNA. So just delete this whole, or putting an end to this whole habit, pattern, programming, beliefs, and delete down to zero minus infinity. Now it's collective stuff and religion. Again, misinterpretation, wrong answer, the reactions, a lot of denial, suppressing, all that. And that down to zero minus infinity. Need all the hooks, cut the cords, cut the ties, cut the attachments, sentiments, stories. This is a great question for everybody. I mean, all these questions are, but this is really, I'm really feeling, Let's strengthen, delete any weaknesses, wants, needs, and desires. So strong for everybody's desires. Getting what you want, not getting what you want, getting what you need, not getting what you need, getting what you desire, not what you desire. Non-conscious. And future. So clear up everything out of the future. So future does not go to the past. Past does not keep coming into the future. Let's strengthen that. And delete that down to zero minus infinity. Everybody thinking of you. People thinking of each other. All the negative thinking. All the blaming, complaining, worry, uncertainty, defending, regretting, vengeful from all the outside influences. Woo-hoo. All the programs. The strength for knowing. Okay, eliminate, free, dependent release. Let's see what we got here. It feels like the relationship lessons had made me exhausted. Yeah, and slowed the prosperity. Yes. So, and I'm getting also, since I think we're mostly women in this group. So let's clear the male to female, female to male. So being held down, held back, almost put down is a word I'm getting by past male, female, just how relationships between men and women were in the past. And that's the ancestors. And it's cultural. So let's clear all that stuff. Delete that down to zero minus infinity. Let's open everybody up, connecting to this time, this space, to mention everybody taking your power, opening up you to your divine power in relationships, right? Let's open up that relationships. Okay, here's what I'm getting. Let's strengthen that relationship. Don't take us down. They lift us up. They support. Let's strengthen the relationship to support. And I mean, in a way, what's coming up is a strengthen the relationships. Like, okay, this is gonna be a little blunt, and I would say some bleep words right now, but I don't want to get kept off of YouTube. Is like lead, follow, or get the bleep out of the way. That's what's coming up. Ooh, follow goes weak, because I feel we got a lot of powerful women here This is no disrespect to the men, but this is good for the men too, because then they get the benefits and clear any karmas, right? Uh, Yeah, so we want to delete all the negative effects of relationships. So let's strengthen personal relationships. And this is something Dr. Yuen, I'm remembering now, used to teach too, that they have personal benefits to yourself, to your family, to your all aspects of your life. And delete any sources, reasons, causes that are out of the past, out of the future that they weaken. So they don't compete. That's the word. So we want to delete relationships competing with our finances, right? So we want to have life support. Yeah, that's right. Whoop, whoop. It's all psychic, right? It's still, and it's something that is, in TV shows and songs and movies, just so much drama and emotion about relationships. But we don't want that. We don't want drama. We don't want emotions. We want it to be neutral. That is just a supportive relationship. You don't have to have a lot of talking necessarily, but it's just naturally each other is supported in the relationship. So anything that's not that, let's delete it. Any sources, any reasons, any causes, any karma. So karma. So this is more karma. Let's delete the karma, the direct, the indirect, partial, indirect. It's both indirect and partial. That's the collective, cultural. And just notice this. The next time you watch a show, if you start to feel like you're getting sucked in, you're relating, pull back, either turn it off or just clear yourself that you just don't take it seriously. So let's delete taking it seriously. And even your friends and neighbors and family about their relationships. So just separate, independent, neutral. See it for the truth, the whole truth, or the truth. Yeah. Internal boundaries, external boundaries, internal. It's like we expect to have be weighed down by relationships. It's kind of it's either it's this magical romantic fantasy or the opposite. We want to be real that it's in the middle. It just or make less. Yes, like making or making even to not be. Yes, no competition. So evenness. So yeah, supportive, increasing. Let's strengthen everybody, increasing what you want, what you need, what you desire, your income, your prospects, your prosperity, your skills, your opportunities. So strengthen you to invest in yourself. That's good to spend the time this week. Spend the money. Put yourself first. It's not selfish. If you improve, so many other people improve as a result. So it's not selfish. Okay, how's that feeling? Good. Yeah, so just prioritizing yourselves. That feels good. Okay, I want to make sure I got one other thing here from Victor. Okay, he's got multiple things in there. So I'm going to just do the first thing that's in there. It's struggling with so long, getting better. He wants to do things he loves, breathing, lung issues. Okay, so he's got a million things. No, he's got infinite things. Make it even, make it one, contain, delete, down to zero, nice and finish. The struggling is the weakness. The struggling, the suffering, and the fighting, sensations, it's a lot of emotions and reactions. Everything he's dealing with is internal, not everything, but the majority. The mind, non-physical, emotional, psychic, to him, from him. Oh, thank you, Mary. Now, I'm going to do a little advertisement in the middle of my Strengthening Him. Prosperity Fest next week, a week from today, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be 2.5 hours long. It is paid, but I made it at a very reasonable price so that you could come to it. We're going to take this, and we're going to just like crank it up a million times even stronger so that we expand, keep that prosperity going, make you as neutral and unaffected as possible by all the outside elements so that you have just that direct connection to prosperity. I call it fest because I want it to be fun. let's get rid of all this fear and this worry and this seriousness about money and blah, blah, blah. No, money is an energy. The energy likes it when your energy is light and joyful and calm and neutral and grounded, then you can receive. So let's keep working at it. It's on my website, ccolleeno'connor.com. There is a small discount for early bird. So if you sign up but before the end of this Saturday, the 4th, you get $10 off. So it's 85 with the early bird and 95 without it. So come join me. It's going to be great. We're going to have fun, and we have an extra special bonus gift for the people who come so that you have a nice meditation that you can do every day. It's a strengthening meditation, so that it's basically a lot of what I do here, but compacted, that you can keep doing it every day afterwards so that you keep clearing. Now, it's not going to be the same level of doing an individual session, but at least you've got some kind of tool to keep you anchored and connected to what we do. So join me for that. It's going to be really fun. Okay, back to Victor and his struggling. Let's delete that struggling with himself, struggling with his body, struggling with life. It's from other lifetimes. It's fears. So all those fears. It's from others. It's from education, family, food and eating, and physical intelligence. So it's so his issues are coming a lot from war, famine, and that kind of thing. So let's delete all that. His body, spirits, mind of his. Okay, let's lighten it up, loosen up, let go. Okay, let's put power into this. So again, this is kickoff to Prosperity Fest. So come join me for the next event. It's going to be really fun. And yeah, let's just keep it going and tell other people too. We want to make it so by you telling other people about whether it's these free groups or the Prosperity Fest or even anything I do here, and they take advantage of those services as well, those offerings, they improve. You've just improved them by connecting them to something that can improve them. So just keep that in mind. We want to be improving people all the time, whether it's with this or anything else. Just keep that like, wow, let that come to you. I'm going to strengthen you all to open up to things that you can do, that you enjoy, that you love, that are natural for you. You get paid well for them. It's effortless. It's easy. It's flowing, downloading it to you, where you are improving yourself and others at the same time. Now let's crank that up to 100%, infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. Any weaknesses down to 0, minus infinity. Woo! Resetting, reprogramming, restarting, internal boundaries to external, external to internal dynamics to external. Okay. All right. How's everybody doing? Okay, I think I got everybody's questions, even the ones that came in at the last minute. Let me see here. You are welcome. Okay, yeah, I think I got everybody's questions. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm going to sign off here. Just checking my list, see if there's anybody else. And I think we got it. Oh, you are welcome, Shelley. You're welcome, Mary. Thank you, everybody. I know I can't see you, but good to see you energetically. I feel like I see you because I kind of put you all in front of me as I work on you. All right. Oh, you're very welcome. Ooh. That's great. Okay, I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for being here. This is great fun. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever and whenever you are signing in. And just remember to enjoy. Don't take anything too seriously. And we will see you next time. Stay strong.